Yeah, go on.
Get yourself a doot. This is the thing about places like this. You can pick up all sorts of crap. I call it shit, but it's real good shit.
I like the shit in here.
Oh, for sure. Well, this is only a wee bit of what I used to have.
Right, tell me you're ready.
Yeah, ready to go.
Right, at least they're better figures because they're more detail in them, see them? Compared to the basic WF ones. See, they're a lot better made. We had a shop in the front for 15 years.
Okay.
Believe it or not. Then we gave the shop up and moved out here. We're a computer shop.
Okay.
So we've repaired equipment on the other side, we've done wrestling. I've got all stuff like that. I like all my Shea Guevara stuff and Celtic stuff.
Yeah.
All stuff there, Shea bags. That's his post-mortem. There's Shea there and there's a...
Wow.
You've seen him? That's the police that killed him. There you go. Shea. And then I've got his mean look. That side. See it?
Uh-huh.
I liked Shea. Good revolutionist.
Do you have family from anywhere else, or are they all
I've
from...
got family, most of the relations from Ireland and all that. We were just going back to history and getting back to senses. My brother's been doing it now. Right, John, remember Tony was checking our history for Ireland? Something to do with Conleys and that. The potato farm, a lot of people came out here, didn't they?
Yes,
They
yeah.
settled here.
This guy's like Brock Lancaster just put it down.
David! What she doesn't know is everything I'm wearing belongs to somebody that's died. Oh, this is the cradle of civilization.
That's how you'd identify with
Well, that was how Matt McGinn, the famous Carlton raconteur and musician, what he titled it, the cradle of civilization.
Right.
But it almost is. Dad was as mad as a brush.
Was he madder than you?
No idea. He's also, we're all from here really.
Yeah.
I actually at some point, every now and again I think of who's all married and interrelated here. So, there's more than 12 families, right? But for talking sake we'll call it the 12 families. I'm not saying they're like the mafia, right? But there's like, maybe call it 12 big, strong, ancient families here.
Yeah.
Back 100 years. But slowly but surely they've all overlapped and intermarried a wee bit. So I've got cousins from who's his cousin, who's his cousin. Some of our relatives would come from the south side because that's where the immigrants landed first.
Right.
In the Gorbals, the south of the water. A lot of Irish people. My mother's side of the family are Irish and dad's side are like more Scottish.
Right, okay.
Right.
Irish?
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Ireland?
Probably the northern part, like maybe, I heard you say Mayo, but probably Donegal.
So have you spent time in Donegal?
No, there's enough of the fuckers here.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got the lovely big Barras sign at your back. They're only about maybe 30 years old.
Right.
But it's the best thing they ever did in the Barras because it's basically preserved this little quarter.
Yeah.
So that it will be forever called the Barras. Had they not been there,
Yeah.
I believe other different city councils would have just swamped this place and turned it into like a dormitory housing development. This one's also underground. So these, I'm not sure much.
This is my 13th year,
Okay.
and here, before that I was in South Africa. I lived in Africa for nearly 40 years of my life. I was born in Glasgow, but I left Glasgow. That's a Versace bag, look at that.
Oh, wow.
And that's Audrey. Audrey does vintage.
Hi, Audrey. No, go
That's
ahead.
okay.
Off you go, yeah.
I didn't cover what was happening there.
Oh, well, I'm doing a porno. I'm giving them a porno interview of my life.
What do you love about it?
The characters. You can't go anywhere. I mean, that's why when people say to me, oh, the Barras is not like it used to be. The Barras is because the characters are still here. I mean, the boys down there still selling the Viagra and that. And down there, they shout, tobacco, Viagra. It used to be chock-a-block. You couldn't even move in here. But all those traders were the old traders, and I mean, they've gradually passed on. We used to have paddies. Now, I remember going to paddies my auntie, and there's South African,
Yeah.
my auntie, and you could only buy Irish linen there. Now you've heard of Irish linen,
Sure.
the sheets, and it was the best in the world, yes. And we used to go there just to rummage, and it was what the women would come, they'd have great big sheets, and they'd open them up. And that would be your space, and anyone else would never be able to put a sheet near there. Oh no, that was bad.
okay.
Don't do that. That's the holy grail. And you'd get in her bundle and that, but you'd have to finish with her bundle first. You couldn't sort of say, "Oh, I'll take that from her bundle and that." Like in here, you could say, "I'm taking that vase," or "I'm going over to him." That would be all right, but
Had to be.
that was hers. Oh, I remember when my mama came here, and that was just, he would sell towels in the bales, and he'd put one towel on, and then you'd get up to about 10 towels. He still wouldn't give you a price, and you'd say, "Excuse me, can you give my price?" And then my mum said, "I'm so bloody annoyed with him." So then she, "I'm going in a minute." "No, don't go, missus. Don't, I'm coming, missus. Don't worry, here's a..." And he'd put, and you'd be there for about an hour and a half. This is the Carlton area. This is old Glasgow. We don't. That's what I'm saying. We're family. You know, like anybody gets hurt, and one of these traders in here, we don't go and fight people, but we stand by them. And if there's a problem, like, you know, maybe they don't make enough for the rain, we're there. You know, or Andy, we just go and tell Andy to put it in the boot.
Don't buy that, don't buy it. Remember I showed you it? Aye. It's fucking brilliant. But see his other drossy stuff that he's got lying about, it's cluttering the fucking shop up.
Could you and that new
An céad lá de bealtaine.
well,
Mí bealtaine, yeah.
Anna, Farah, Martha, Brimbalta, Mays, Yule, Lunas, that.
There's loads of Irish heritage because everybody, they all got, when my grandfather came over, they were all stuck together, all the paddies were all stuck together, and the Gorbals, so that's where it was. It was like, not ghetto, but you know what I mean, that was the place where they all, when they got off of the boat, that's where they all got put. My sort of grandfather, they all come over, just what everybody else emigrated, and they all got put into the Gorbals, and so they all had to learn how to make money. So obviously there wasn't a lot of jobs about, so they did hawking. That's like get up in the morning, so going and picking up scrap and things like that, and then later on picking up the horse manure and then taking up the Newton Mearns and selling it. I don't get up in the morning, I don't get stressed about anything. You know, I actually I can't wait to come. I mean, I'm here at 6:30 in the morning. I think you can't never stop, even if you get really busy. You know, I'm never going to stop, I'm always going to try and improve. Always going to try and improve. Not just for me, but just for everyone else, because I think if I don't keep pushing, the guys in there will stop. So I've got to always be seen as doing stuff. That's why I'm here first thing. If it's rain, shine, I'll be here first time, I'll be last to leave. Because then, if they're having a bad day, they can come to me, you know, and it's like a family. It's like, Andy, this isn't working, that's not working, right, we'll go and try and do it. If they're not selling, try and help them, advise them, right, come on, we'll try this.
What do you think the negativity, like where do you think it stems from? Like what are some of the comments people could say about it that are negative?
I think people just go, because I was busy maybe in the 70s and 80s, and they're saying it's never going to be the same. And I think it's that old generation, they're stuck in that sort of time warp, and instead of just, and it's good now that new people are coming in, like myself, taking over, and I think there's a lot of new people coming in. I suppose that kind of generation is sadly is kind of dying out or retiring, and there's a new generation, hopefully. That's what we want. We want new blood for this to carry on.
Do you adapt what you sell then? Like how do you pick what you're going to sell, or where do you get your stuff then?
No, but antiques my thing, but antiques is always going to be, it's always been part of like the bars, there's always been antique stalls and things like that. So we're quite lucky, we don't really have to, but you have to change with what's in now. I mean, things that were maybe worth a lot of money now, but people that were collecting these things are not there, that generation's gone, like the Wally dogs, you know, the old dogs, these sort of things, the candlesticks, people are not buying that now, it's, you know, so you've got to adapt. No, it's just part of I use that when I go down to the fair, that's my thing for sitting down when I'm usually going down to the fair and things like. Well, no, I do get them. I think Jane and Dave might have a couple in the bar. Have a look at you. Alright, I'll see you later. Right, no problem. But this is another part of me of building things up and doing things. I mean, this is something like Mark did with me, sort of with the wains and things like that.
Oh yeah.
You know? That's sort of picture he did, and that's a picture of my mum. He was did in black and white.
Oh wow, that's a great
my
picture.
mum. So I've always did sort of weird things like this, you know. and always messed about with things, tinkered with things, and then just I thought, time I'm just going to start doing what I want to do and take it. You know, it's all that sort of because you're putting yourself out, and you think, are they going to say this is some sort of crazy person? Obviously, I've got the crosses because I have to have that for the religion of my family. Of maybe because it was going to your grand, so you went and you weren't allowed to touch these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I took a stroll down the old long walk on the day I met a little girl and she stopped to talk on the grand soft day I asked your friend. There you go. What? No, you need to pay me.
You're all wet. This is Lady.
Oh, I had a dog called Lady.
Well, this is because Roddy had a dog called Leah.
Right.
Sit down. There's what we call the resident photographer.
Okay.
This guy Mark. He's been hanging about the bars for longer, taking pictures of people, talking to people. Also, isn't it? He's genuine when he comes up and he asks you. Some people just hide and take pictures.
Yeah.
Which is a bit sneaky.
It's just perception. It's how you see things yourself. Eye to eye contact.
Does anybody really know how they would like to be shot? As soon as they see a camera point, the pose. I fucking hate posing. Be natural about things. These things go. And then you see it as you see it. And then you hope that everybody else likes it.
See you later. I'll give you a text. No, I'm going to give you a text. I'm going to go back to get my stuff is in Gary's shop.
And always wear a mask when you're robbing the people.
In this government, and you must always wear a mask all the time when you're robbing them.
It's just on.
Right, as long as I don't
Right.
fucking...
I'm going to do
What
a
are
big
you doing?
catwalk.
You're
right?
going to dance?
I'm going to give you a catwalk.
Oh, here, man. Oh, wait a minute. Do that again. That was quite cool.
What do we think?
How many years have you been here?
Me personally, only around 7 helping somebody out. I was doing the Brighton before this.
And do the Brighton.
Irish coming there, selling their shit. And then you've got a predominantly Irish background fucking council kicking them out under false Well, they said that they were getting money and investing in it and turning it into a Camden Market style area. When they had no fucking intention of doing that.
What's different about it here, do you think?
Well, you can go, more or less, you get a lot of people in every day in the Brighton, but here, no.
Few of them have passed away now and all.
A few of them passed away that came up.
They're all spread out now. Some's away down at, what do you call that street?
Kent Street.
Kent Street, aye.
The cafe's been here as long as it was. This whole yard was one of the oldest parks. This was the old where they kept the cart horses that brought the spices and stuff in. That's why there's stones in the whole building, and it's been added to over the years. Whether you're from this area or not, you can come here and buy anything. You can also come here, and I've got to say that I get a lot of people down that don't have family, don't have husbands, wives, children. So it's like
A safe space for them to come
and just be. You know, that woman at 90 grew up in an era where she comes down all the way from the West End to see tattooed bikers, and she is so opposite of us. But she doesn't like the West End because she feels a bit uncomfortable. There's an assumption made of how you look, how you dress, how you talk, how you act, the way you dress, you know. It's underlying and it's still there. It's drifting off, but there's still that small. And we can go back to Ireland and Scotland who have just separated. It's like an old clan thing, it's like a pride, it's like a male, female, kind of like ambiguous.
Yeah.
Does that make
like
sense?
An alpha thing, it's trying to like
It is,
territorial.
yes, that's exactly. And then it's just progressed over the years.
Good morning.
Nazara, two what's up?
Same thing?
One egg, one toast, one coffee. Okay, you got to see my mum?
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes, I'm just talking.
Don't worry.
Buy stuff off my ma, takes it Italy and sells. Worldwide, we're not just descendants, an Italian, Catholic, Roma fan.
What do you think it is about the cafe and this yard that people come and they feel that they are?
There's one word. There's one word that can sum that all up. Really, we cut through all the bullshit. It's just real.
Real, yeah.
During that time, just after the war or before the war, because he was a certain soldier, things were bantered. Like, you'd come to me and you'd have no lighter, or salt or sugar or butter,
and things were bartered. There wasn't a lot of cash. And that's how it would start.
You watch your bag.
Where?
There's a
Never
boot
leave
in
your
the,
bag
in
down.
the museum.
You think?
She's in it. The Tribes of Glasgow, it's called.
Is that true?
And her photographs right in the middle.
You
Tribes
know
of
this?
Glasgow.
When I bought that, 1969, 1911.
Where's the box of them?
And don't you buy it, because if I ask him for it, he'll give it to me for nothing. As my father used to say, there's enough space in the world for everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely.
In, over, through, and off.
In, over, through, and off.
Aye.
I
That's how you sing to yourself all the time in that range, isn't it?
Because you know where you put the needles in, you put the wool over the needles through to bring the stitch through, and then you pull it off. That's Arn. That there is Rangers and that there is Celtic.
I think I want.
You get me blue wool? That's fine, I'll take it as well as this, I'll take it.
I wouldn't do near enough to get that because he said to me, be sharp my jams. How much is that?
I've not a clue, she never said.
Oh, tell her to send up the word how much I owe her. I
Very
don't
well.
want to be in debt. So tell her go down and come back up with the money, then I'll give you the money.
Okay.
I don't like being in debt.
No.
That's Arm. That's the right one. If you go to Ireland to buy a gents Arm jumper, it costs you £300. And that was advertised in the television last week. Jimmy told me.
Why is it the Irish linen and stuff was so?
Oh, I don't know. I think it must be the thread that it's made with. Must be.
Do you have any Irish linen?
Oh, I've got a lot. Tablecloths, pillowcases, you name it.
Did you buy them here?
No, they were my grandmother's.
Oh, right. From Dublin.
Right. My grandma went over every weekend.
Yeah.
That's always the second one.
Oh.
Full of toys.
And the wee boys used to give me a holiday night to pack all the dolls and motors and everything. And we used to put the stuff down the stairs underneath.
That's before your time. You weren't even thought of then.
And you couldn't get moving up here. The stalls, they used to come with their vans and their lorries, and they would throw towels and sheets to you. And see, at Christmas, it was unbelievable. Really? The whole place was mobbed. And it was all toys, and the men used to say, they're a toy, who wants this doll of either? And it was dolls that size. Oh, God. And that used to be a cafe. They used to amalgamate in there. And the pubs, they were falling out the pubs. That's how bad it was. But it's like everything else, times change. Sure not to leave a bag in for she's forever leaving that bag. Tell her. What are they like? Can you see that?
She's right.
I mean, all they've got to do is walk by and pop it. Right.
So cold, huh?
Yeah.
Get used to
I'm not an old woman there. I know I'm an old woman, but
Who took that? Is that you?
aye, that's me. I've got the thing on the website when this was all full and
Yeah.
loads. They used to have a shop across the road, and they sold
Record the audio.
beds. Now they always came to her for mattresses. So what they used to do, as far as I know, they used to have the mattress right and the stick sewn. So Maggie, that was my granny's name too. She had to sit and sew them up. They all had to learn how to sew and all that, you know. Lasses were like that years ago. She had to sew up the end piece, and they would sell the mattresses. That was it. And Granny would get the money. It's just stories my mum was telling me. Because I put that on my hands. Because some of the different sizes.
I just realised that, you know.
See if that's Bernadette will kill her. It bloody is. Bernadette, I'm too busy, hun. Okay, Ryder.
Right, I think that's me this time. I think so. Me.
£3.92. Oh, that's you. What did you say, sorry? £3.92. That's you. Thank you.
Well, I'm actually back in the bars. I've gone full circle from where I began. I began in the bars 36 years ago, and it was in an old building called the Wash House. It was a fabulous place to be in, and it's true what they say about the bars. It's just got a special place in my heart. All the little stories, all the characters over many years. I was in the bars for about 16 years.
And when you say you had the psychic gift when you were younger, how did you refine that knowledge? Like, how did you realise, actually, I think this is going to be something that I can work out?
my early memories tell me that I knew there was something special going on, but you don't know that your thoughts and feelings are any different from anyone else around you, because it wasn't a talked about subject, really. But I've always known I have a special intuition that developed, and it became very apparent that I had something special, a gift. Many of us, perhaps even most of us, are intuitive to a certain point.
I always felt like I had a little bit of intuition as well.
You have, I can see it in your eyes. Yeah, this is my life's work, this is my living, and I give it my best, and I'm really happy about what I've achieved. I mean, I can't change the world, as I keep saying, but if I can just tap into someone and help them a little bit along the way, then that's wonderful, and that's my form of psychic healing.
Okay.
So Rachel, you've come to me today open-minded, and I'm going to reach you, guide you in the best way that I can. And Rachel, can you just bring your hands forward? Can you just put your hands on the ball, please? Okay. Okay. What it's saying to me is quite simple. Maybe it's not unique, but it's about you. You're effervescent, you are absolutely powerful, and you can do anything, but you cannot do everything. But you will do so well in your work. Your work is perfect for you, and I see it in your eyes, and when I speak with you, it's a natural warm aura. She's full of the joys, and she can feel sorrow sometimes to an equal intensity, but there's more joy than anything else around this girl. She's a little bit cheeky, she's a little bit, she'll push your luck, she'll just do it. And that's all the things that I get around Rachel, yeah? But when it comes to friendship, you know who the real persons are, and you know who they're not. Once bitten, twice shy, you wouldn't go back for more. She loves too quickly. She just loves too quickly, but don't really see that as a fault most of the time. But she's still to be very fortunate in love. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hope so.
You've a special person there just now, but it's still to blossom, still to be more. I can see a little girl and a little boy. Perhaps that's how it'll be. There's something about the Gemini as well.
Okay.
Could be a twin thing going on here. Have a wish. Have a dream. Because if you never have a dream, what happens? You never have a dream come true. Isn't that right? So, yeah, we've got a wish coming up now. Yeah, you've got a wish. That's your wish.
See you now.
Right, Rachel.
I'm gonna get
nice knowing you.
Nice knowing you.
I always had these recurring dreams years ago. It was like a dream where I would go to a market, almost like the bars, and I would find everything in there that I was after in my subconscious that I wanted. And then I realised later on, when the internet started, it was almost like that, you know, it's kind of strange, you know.